Hello to all my college football fans and friends out there. Welcome to another sports edition of the Buckeye Vinnie YouTube channel sports show. My friends, sit back, relax, and let's talk some college football. My friends, this Saturday in the shoe, we will have Penn State Nittany Lions. You know, this has been a disastrous of a season for the Nittany Lions, to say the least. I mean, this is a team that was saying national championship or bust, and we're talking about Penn State coming into this game this Saturday in the shoe. 3 wins, 4 losses, 0-4 in the Big Ten, and they will be coached by interim coach Terry Smith, taking on the #1 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes, 7-0 on the season, 4-0 in the Big Ten. And the Buckeyes are just playing some really darn good football, both offensively and, for sure, defensively. We're talking about a Buckeyes team. What a job Coach Ryan Day and the whole coaching staff has done with this Buckeyes team so far. Offensively, they're putting up 36 points per game. Defensively, a stingy 5.9 points per game to their opponents. Amazing. First in the country in total defense. And you know, you look at this team offensively, they average 431 yards of total offense per game. Defensively, they give up a stingy only 217 yards per game. What a job Coach Matt Patricia, defensive coordinator, has done for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Buckeyes rushing attack this season, they average 152 rushing yards per game. Very good. You know, what more can you say? They are led by Bo Jackson, 433 rushing yards this season, 6.4 yard per carry average, very impressive, and 2 rushing touchdowns. How about C.J. Donaldson, the transfer from West Virginia, 249 yards on the year, 4.2 yard per carry average, leads the team with 6 rushing touchdowns. And James People, he's been pitching in, 202 rushing yards this season, and a very impressive 5.1 yard per carry average. When you look at the skilled set position players, wide receivers, and my friends, these could, for sure, not could, for sure, the 2 best wideouts in college football. Jeremiah Smith, 49 grabs, 602 yards receiving, and 7 touchdowns. And how about Carnell Tate? 34 receptions, 587 receiving yards, 6 touchdown grabs. And how about big tight end Max Clare? 3rd on the team with 20 receptions, 3rd on the team with 204 receiving yards, and 1 touchdown catch. But my friends, this wouldn't be the machine if it wasn't for our QB1, what more can you say, Julian Sayin. 19 touchdown passes, only 3 interceptions, 1,872 yards passing. Wow. And my friends, this totally jumped out at me. Completing 80% of his passes. That leads all of college football with the best percentage in college football 2025. What more can you say about this young man? And then I always look at the touchdown to interception ratio. 19 touchdown passes, only 3 interceptions. A big reason why the Buckeyes are ranked #1 in the country and undefeated at 7-0 and 4-0 in the Big Ten. This young man, you know, coming into this season, there were a lot of skeptics, okay, saying the kid wasn't big enough, saying that he wasn't going to be able to handle the pressure. Well, let me tell you, he has proven all of those doubters wrong, especially, I believe, Paul Feinbaum, who really, if you remember first game of the year against Texas, had Texas blowing our Buckeyes out and had Arch Manning basically as the Heisman Trophy winner. So, totally wrong on both aspects. But once again, my friends, what a job that Julian Sayin has been doing managing this offense. Calm, cool, collective, saying in the pocket, and he's just been making some really smart reads. He's not forcing the ball. He's not throwing into double coverage. He's taking what the defense gives him, and what a job he's been doing, without a doubt. You know, when you look at the Buckeyes defense, okay, this has been a splendid defense. Once again, first in the country, only giving up 5.9 points per game to their opponents. They only give up 86 rushing yards per game to their opponents. And my friends, check out this stat, okay? 7 games so far. Only one team scored double digits this year, and that was Illinois with only 16 points. That is amazing. The Buckeyes shut out 2 teams, and the other teams held under 10 points. An amazing defensive squad, without a doubt. And we were worried about Jim Knowles leaving. Jim who? What a job Matt Patricia has done all season long. I tip my hat to him. Now looking over, the Buckeyes have defeated the Nittany Lions 8 straight years. And, you know, looking at Ryan Day's resume against the Nittany Lions, a very impressive 6-0 versus Penn State. You know, my friends, you look at Penn State, like I said, a team that is going downhill, that lost its tires, 3-4 so far on the year, has lost 4 straight games, 0-4 in the Big Ten. Nothing's going right for this team. Offensively, they do put up 34 points per game. Defensively, they give up 20 points. Total offense, only 355. Total defense, they give up 304. I am impressed, though, with their rushing attack. They average 170 yards per game. And why wouldn't they? When you have Katron Allen, 612 rushing yards on the year, 6.2 yard per carry average, and 9 touchdowns. And Nick Singleton, 274 yards rushing this season and 6 rushing touchdowns. Defensively, this has been the Achilles tendon heel all season long against Penn State, is that the Nittany Lions give up 159 rushing yards per game to their opponents. Way too high, my friends, bottom line. Jim Knowles must be scratching his head big time. You know, my friends, bottom line, you look at this team. I will give you my prediction at the end of this video. But, you look at this team, as a team, they only have 9 touchdown passes. That is not good at all. 9 touchdown passes in 7 games. Not good at all. Then you look at the Buckeyes. Okay, Buckeyes, I believe they have 20 because Lincoln Keelholz also threw 1 touchdown pass to go along with Julian Sain's 19. So, as a team, the Buckeyes have 20 touchdown passes compared to Penn State's 9. Just not good, my friends, bottom line. This has just been just a very poor season for Penn State. And to a point, I feel bad for the Nittany Lion fans because, without a doubt, they had very big expectations in 2025. Believe me, I know. I've read a lot of comments with Penn State fans. And this isn't going to be the typical Penn State Buckeye matchup, okay, like it was in the last 4 years. And let me tell you why. 2021, my friends, Buckeyes went in 6-1, ranked 5th against Penn State in 2021. Penn State was 5-2, ranked 20th, and the Buckeyes won 33-24, close game. 2022, Buckeyes went in against Penn State 7-0. Buckeyes were ranked 2 in the country. Penn State was 6-1, impressive, ranked 13 in the country. And the Buckeyes went into Happy Valley and knocked off Penn State 44-31. Once again, Penn State had the lead in the 4th quarter. The Buckeyes went crazy, scoring 28 points in something like 7 minutes. And the Buckeyes went on to beat Penn State by 13 points. 2023, entering that game, Buckeyes were ranked 3rd in the country, 6-0. Penn State was ranked 7th in the country, 6-0. And the Buckeyes won that game at home, 22-20. 12, what a game it was. And just last season, 2024. Buckeyes went in this game against Penn State on the road in Happy Valley, 6-1. Buckeyes were ranked 4th in the country last year against Penn State. Penn State came in this game a perfect 7-0, ranked 3rd in the country, and the Buckeyes prevailed in a close one, 20-13. Once again, another blown game by Penn State and James Franklin. Penn State had the lead, 10-0, had the Buckeyes in the corner against the wall, but they couldn't put the Buckeyes away. I remember Will Howard led a very good comeback, and the Buckeyes went on to defeat Penn State last season in Happy Valley 20-13. But my friends, it's not going to be the same this season, okay? Penn State's not ranked, not even close to being ranked, okay? And we have the Buckeyes ranked number 1. You know, we're talking about a 2025 season for Penn State that probably will go down as the most embarrassing loss of the year is when they lost to UCLA in UCLA by the score of 42-37. Very embarrassing. And after that, it was just plummeting downhill big time. You know, after that loss, Penn State went on to lose the next 3. And just not good. You know, you look at that, just not a good season, bottom line. And, you know, when you stop and look at it, it is what it is. I'm sure, without a doubt, a lot of the Penn State players are upset. You know, you stop and look at Penn State with their quarterback, Drew Aller. You know, this is a young man that was with the program for 4 years. He's an Ohio boy, by the way. Played high school football in Medina and had a heck of a high school career. You know, but when you stop and look at the young man, God bless him, you know, I know he went down with that injury. I hope he gets better. But, you know, even he didn't have a very good year. You know, only 8 touchdown passes before he got hurt, 3 interceptions. Only was completing something like 62 or 63% of his passes before he went down with that injury. And to me, that's not good. You know, good percentage in college football or pro is right around anywhere from 66 to 68%. You know, that right around there is phenomenal. And then you got Julian Sayin coming in completing 80% of his passes. So, bottom line, my friends, we have the 7-0 Buckeyes coming in to this game at the Shoe, ranked number 1 in the country, taking on unranked Penn State, 3 wins, 4 losses. You know, bottom line, you know Penn State's going to bring it and play with all their heart and soul, okay? You cannot take a team like this lightly, okay? Bottom line, I do like the Buckeyes to win this game. I know like I mentioned, the last 5 games in this series have been very close. I don't see this matchup being close at all. I see that Ryan Day and the Ohio State Buckeyes offense is going to put the pedal to the metal without a doubt. If Ryan Day has a chance to put a 50 spot on Penn State, trust me and believe me, he will do that just to prove a point. And like I said, my friends, when I looked at the stats, Penn State giving up defensively 159 yards to their opponents per game rushing. And we're talking about the Buckeyes. O-line has been playing very well, and the Buckeyes average $152 rushing this season on average per game. That speaks volumes. And let's be honest, Julian Sayin has been playing with a lot of confidence, and it shows without a doubt. So yes, I like the Buckeyes to knock out Penn State very early. I like the O-line to do a very nice job. I like the D-line to control the pace of this game. And bottom line, I see the defensive line putting a lot of pressure on Penn State's quarterback. And yes, Katron Allen and Nick Singleton are 2 darn good running backs, but I do see the Buckeyes defense finding a way to stop at least one of them, if not both of them. My friends, once again, I like the Buckeyes in this game. My friends, if you haven't yet subscribed, please click on the subscribe button. If you like this video, please click on the like button. Like always, please check out Super Thanks. And not only do I love to read your comments, but I like to respond back, so please comment down below. Like always, my friends, peace out. God bless you all. Keep the faith. Click on this face right up here to subscribe. And until next time. Buckeye Vinny is out of here. Go Buckeyes. OH, you finish it. I'm out of here.